Recently, I read this crazy story in a book about an anthropologist who went to go live among tribal people who had little to no contact with the modern world. Now, this anthropologist wanted to share with them some of the wonders of modern technology, so he brought along his camera and took a photo of the chief and his wives. Now, as it developed, whatever it was, a Polaroid or whatever, it was just black and white ink, and he took it and showed it to the chief, and the chief couldn't recognize himself. He'd never learned to take, those blotches of black and white two-dimensional images and translate it into three-dimensional shapes. Yet at the same time, he could look at a patch of grass on the ground and tell you what animal had walked on it and how long ago. And he could do that as easily as you and I could tell daytime from nighttime. Playing music works the same way. You see, a lot of guitarists haven't learned to identify the patterns underneath the surface. And it's like they're living in isolation and can't recognize a photo of themselves. They have problems like learning new songs takes ages. They can't remember them, or they wouldn't know what to do if a friend wanted to jam with them. Bottom line, without being able to see these patterns, everything you learn on guitar is way harder. And I'll give you an example of this. I was recently writing an email to my email newsletter about the blues, and a subscriber wrote back and said, John, thanks, but I'm not really a blues guitar player. I don't really like the blues, but I do like your YouTube video lessons. In fact, I'm trying to get down the song Turn Me On by Norah Jones. Do you have any tabs for that? And that's what they sent me. And the funny thing is that you can check out this song on my channel, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the video. I did that video a while ago. But Turn Me On by Norah Jones, that's actually a cover that was written by John D. Loudermilk, and it's been covered by a lot of artists, like Nina Simone has a great version. But the point is it's an 8-bar blues progression, and this is one of those patterns underneath the music you want to be familiar with. And when you know how to get through an 8-bar blues, you'll immediately learn that song like 100 times faster. You probably won't even need to look at the chords or need tabs, because again, just like that chief being able to look at that patch of grass, you can identify what's going on underneath the surface level. So these are things that I've learned from players like Kenny Burrell, and from putting up, 2,000 song lessons on the internet, is you start to identify the patterns. And so if you need help with this, I want to give you a gift, and what it is my free blues scale PDF guide. This is one of those patterns that you need to know, and you can grab this by going to johnmclennan.com/bluescales and download it. It's going to show you the 5 easiest and fastest ways to play the blues scale anywhere on the neck. So I hope you enjoyed this video and give you some things to think about. As always, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, I think you'll really like this video next.